Good morning, everybody, and welcome to What Happened Last Night, the Whodunit Show. Oh, what a beautiful Saturday it is. Here we are in sunny Los Angeles, California, getting ready to lie and deceive and bluff and figure out bluffs and just do all sorts of fun werewolf-type stuff. Welcome to the show. This is the show where we play social deduction tabletop games, and we give you all the secret information that our players don't get to see. Today's a great day. I had a notebook that had all the cool stuff I should say to you. Here we go. I'm going to be professional today. All right. So welcome. This is my new apartment. You guys probably got to see it last week, but last week it was completely unfurnished. We had people sitting on the floor. We had people sitting on like a piano stool, and our coffee table was 3 cardboard boxes with a blanket over it. So today, when we cut over to the players, you guys will get to see all the nice decorations that my lovely roommate has been putting up. It's feeling pretty good. What else do we have to say? Another exciting thing about the fact that I've moved into a new apartment, besides the fact that I will just be enjoying my space a lot more, is that we are going to begin redoubling our efforts to improve the production quality of the show. We realize that there have been times in the past where we've had technical difficulties, and when we've had shoddy production value. Now that we are in a consistent location and we are going to be broadcasting from my apartment every weekend, we will have that stability to start improving and growing on the production value we've already been able to provide. We've messed around with green screens in the past. I'm gonna get a green screen, set it up here in my room so that we can have like a cool background for the hosts. And I'm hosting by myself today. This is going to be a really exciting day because I'm hosting by myself and I'm running the tech. So if anything is a little tight or off today, then blame me. But also if things go way better than usual, it's because, you know, I'm a G. I'm the fucking best. Last thing to say is please follow us on our social media. We've got a Facebook page, facebook.com/whodunitshow. We are on Twitch, twitch.tv/whodunitshow. We are in, I think we're on Instagram. I might have made an Instagram and not done anything with it yet. We're on Twitter, and both of those are just @whodunitshow. So check us out. And I had an almond, and the skin of the almond is getting like caught in my throat. But welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm your host, Danny Prakaski. We are going to start showing you the player introduction video so you can learn a little bit about those folks we got over in the other room who are going to be playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf for you guys. So here they are. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Barrett Jackson, and I am obsessed with cats and snacks, and food, and cats too. I'm a player who's generally in it for the fun. I don't get really competitive. I'm totally a trustworthy person. I am terrible at picking up vibes. That is not a thing that registers to me at all. I am a bit of a different person when I play board games. I let loose. I smack talk, which is not a thing that's like in my day-to-day life, but board games, yeah, there's a bravado that comes out in me. Ugh.
Hey, hi. Do I look here? My name is Curtis. I'm good friends with Danny. I think to be like a really good board game player, you have to be really passionate about board games, which is the most polite way I can think of to say a little bit boring and probably white. I love to lie to people. It is a hobby of mine. This really matters to me. Is this helping at all, or is this, I just want to make sure that the dickishness plays in terms of like, I'm still here and you're a friend. I don't understand this weird culture.
We are still almost ready to play, but as usual, we see some faces, some usual faces, some new faces, and we're gonna get to those new faces because we've got Kevin hanging out with us today, and our special guest today is Jackie!
Hey, good for me.
Yes, good for you, good for us!
Good for you.
Good for you, good for us, good for you. But so that you guys get to know her, Jackie, what's your favorite board game?
Okay, I was thinking about this, and does this count? Uno.
No.
No,
I know it's a card game that you play it on board.
Like a tabletop?
Yep.
Okay,
You want to call it a tabletop
by
game?
that metric, all of Vegas is a giant board game.
It sort of is when you think about it. So I'm going to go with Uno. I'm going to say it's the perfect game, and it's better than anything.
Alright, so we're gonna say her play style is just make it up as you go along and verify which she wants to be real. So now, keep that in your minds. Okay, cool. But now, we're gonna show you guys how to play One Night Ultimate Werewolf, which is what we're playing today.
Cool.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a game where everyone has secret identities that determine how they play. Each player randomly chooses a role and keeps it a secret from the other players. Then begins the night. The players close their eyes so that roll by roll they can be called on to conduct their misdeeds in secret. First, any players who drew the werewolf roll cards open their eyes and acknowledge each other. Then the rest of the players act in turn according to their role. Then, day begins. The players will have 5 minutes to figure out what happened and vote on someone to kill. If a villager dies, the werewolves win. If a werewolf dies, the villagers win. The only exception is the tanner, who's trying to get themselves killed. In order to win, our players will have to lie. They'll have to deduce, and they'll have to figure out what happened last night.
Let's get into the first round.
Right.
Close your eyes, werewolves. Wake up and look for other werewolves. If there is only one werewolf,
so we've only got one
you may
werewolf.
look
Kevin
at
is
a
out there
card
by
and see.
himself. But there's at least one person who's going to switch cards, and that's Jackie as the troublemaker.
werewolves. Close your eyes.
Kevin got to see a card in the middle, so
Wake
hopefully he'll be
up
able to
and
use that
look
to
for
his
the other
advantage.
Masons.
We do have two Masons. We've got Alyssa and Lawrence. If they're acknowledging each other, they know that they're the
Masons,
Masons.
close your eyes.
Fuck you.
There's a dog.
Seer, wake up.
Oh, that dog. That's the other dog. Okay, no seer this time. So the only person who gets to see anything from the middle will be Kevin, and hopefully he can use that to his advantage. They're having trouble with the dog. Okay, no robber. The only person who's going to be switching cards around is Jackie as the troublemaker, and she may switch Kevin. She may switch one of the Masons. I don't think everyone's going to wake up as they thought they were. Curtis is the tanner. So that'll be fun. He pretty much always plays as the tanner anyways. Okay, let's see who Jackie switches. She's reaching for, it looks like, Hannah's card and Kevin's card. So she switched. I have to switch that around. Oh no. Copy, paste. Oh gosh, this is so difficult.
I don't think I have to say.
You don't.
Surely don't.
Did you add two to someone?
Stop
Did you bop it and then pat?
Seriously, yeah.
That's a totally different thing.
Bop it. That's definitely.
Yeah, did you collect
skip it?
200
Did you skip it?
Yeah. Did you?
Did you get
Bop
into
it?
I don't know.
trouble?
Did you?
Yeah, that was my favorite game.
Okay, but did we have a troublemaker?
Were you
In our
the
midst?
troublemaker? Is that what you were saying?
No.
I can't tell if we're all trying or we've all given up.
Shall we all try now? No matter what we were just doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Curtis, what did you do?
Yeah,
Wow, what a day I had.
Night?
What a night I had.
Oh, night.
What?
What, me?
I had such a night.
I hope by halfway through we have no
It's
Curtis.
gotta be nothing. Danny's gonna be like, I got nothing to
Kevin.
say.
Yes.
What were you?
Well, you see, I finally got some sleep.
Okay,
Because you were the insomniac.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, but it sounded like you were saying that.
I don't know if I'm doing this right.
So basically, if you're a werewolf, you want to avoid saying that. But if you're not a werewolf, go ahead and tell
Can
some
one of us
information.
just say we're a werewolf?
You can. You totally can.
I'm not a werewolf.
Oh, that's
Okay,
weird.
cool.
You got 5
But
seconds.
if I was a werewolf,
I think that's
I
a
would
great
tell
point.
you.
Okay,
Oh,
good,
nice.
good.
Okay, so we're gonna pause now.
Wow, what a highly informative round that was. Oh my gosh, what are they doing out there? It's interesting because Kevin thinks that he started off as the werewolf. Good on him for not coming out and saying that. I told him, hey, look, if you're ever in doubt, just call Lawrence a fucking liar. Just say, Lawrence is a dirty liar. He's not telling the truth. But Lawrence hasn't made any claims yet. He was just inspecting, making questions. So he can't be lying yet. Can you lie when you're asking a question? I don't think so. Maybe if it's a leading question. In any case, a lot of interesting stuff happened during the night phase that I think we should touch on. First, Kevin started off as the werewolf. Then, Jackie switched his card with Hannah's card. Hannah was the insomniac. So Hannah got the werewolf card and knows that she has it. That's one of my favorite positions to be in this game. I love it when I'm the robber and I can steal someone's werewolf card, because then I know even who started off as the werewolf and I can sort of throw focus onto them because I know that they're not the werewolf anymore. And it's a little bit tougher to play as the insomniac when you wake up as the werewolf, because you know two things. First, you know that you don't have the advantage of knowing who the werewolf was. And second, you know that somebody knows that they switched your card. And in this case, waking up as the werewolf, I think you know that the troublemaker switched your card because a robber couldn't give you the werewolf card. So Hannah knows that somebody was the troublemaker, and she's sort of reaching out into the darkness, trying to figure out who that troublemaker was to see if they will reveal that they moved their cards. I think that Jackie is playing an interesting game, not revealing that she was the troublemaker, sort of trying to create a bunch of suspicion. People thought early on, based on what she was saying, that she was the troublemaker. Also, of course, they're having a bunch of fun out there talking about bingo. There isn't a lot of information in the hands of the villagers, but the person who has the most information that they could distribute to help find the werewolves is Jackie. And I think that she's waiting till towards the end so that that information that she lets out won't have too much time to be disputed or confused by whoever the werewolf is. And of course, we have Curtis as the tanner. Curtis has been helpful? I'm not sure. Let's see if he can make a play in order to get attention onto him. But I think that Hannah's in a really great position right now. So we are going to go ahead and cut back over to the players.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to reveal some actual information.
Great, yeah.
I am a Mason. That is what I did last night.
Do you know the other Mason? You don't have to say, but...
Your name's Mason?
My name is Lawrence.
Oh.
I am a Mason. Yes, I do know the other Mason.
Is the other Mason a person?
I will not say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a troublemaker.
Okay,
That's why you're a troublemaker?
I was a troublemaker.
I'm a troublemaker.
So, who did you troublemaker?
You and you. Yeah, because it seemed.
Okay.
Were either of you...
Oh wait, no, wrong. Sorry, you and you.
Who and who?
No.
You?
Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, that's true.
No, you didn't, because I was the insomniac and I woke up as the insomniac.
Well, then somebody switched it back.
Yeah. Just want to clarify, can there be two troublemakers?
I was just a villager.
Which
Oh,
villager?
yeah?
Yeah, just the villager.
Oh, the card that says hi.
Yeah,
I'm
kinda
generic
just like,
villager number 3.
Are we playing with that card?
Yeah,
Wait, if I was the seer and I said that
No,
I saw
we're not.
that she was
It's in
the
there.
troublemaker, could I say that?
because I had
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you see?
1 minute remaining.
that? Well, I don't know what I'm gonna say, but she's not the troublemaker.
Well,
Oh, no, I am, though. That is what I'm doing.
did some...
Yes.
So then,
you are
wait, so if she's
the
not the troublemaker, who was the troublemaker?
Did we have a trouble?
Well, I mean, just because I was seeing cards doesn't mean I saw who the troublemaker was.
What card did you see when you saw Jackie's?
Mason. No, I didn't see anything. I don't remember. I just remember it wasn't troublemaker.
So I'm gonna add more information. I'm gonna
30
be Mason.
seconds left.
Okay.
And I did see your card and I knew you were the Mason, so I was giving you a hard time. So I remember seeing the Mason, but I don't remember what her card was. And don't you
Wait,
dare
you saw-
look at me like that.
Time out. You saw my card, a Mason card?
Yes.
But you said you saw her card.
Yeah,
you can only
looked at
see
two.
one.
I looked at 2. I thought she said 2.
Two in the center.
Oh, oops.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I have an advantage.
You do. But what is her card? What do you have? We have 3 seconds.
I don't remember. I really
Was it a
don't.
werewolf?
Time is up.
No, I wasn't.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Everyone.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
3,
Probably Curtis.
1. Vote.
Curtis.
No, Jackie. Just do it, Jackie.
Alright.
What is Jackie?
Well, you best believe
You
it.
had-
Troublemaker.
Oh!
Well, what is Curtis?
Damn it.
Oh, we would have had a Tanner win.
That's not
That's me.
That's
Oh!
We didn't even think to. Wait, were you?
You're an insomniac.
Tell us to all vote for.
I was a
no, I
werewolf.
just let it happen.
So who
So
trouble?
troublemaking
I
happened.
know, she trouble made the two of us. She
Yeah,
was
that's
telling
what I
the truth.
said.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
You
full of truth.
baboon! You could have figured this out.
I thought I was trying to get away with being the werewolf, but I
But
wasn't.
you weren't anymore.
You got switched.
Oh, when you switch, you are no longer the werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so you lied about being seer.
What is that?
because I saw the seer
Not
when I
about
was the
doing
werewolf,
like
and it was
three
in the
things.
center.
He was obviously the werewolf.
Well-
but I didn't want people to catch on that he was the werewolf and I'd been switched.
I was just like, I always have like one pass if it's like the first game you play. 'Cause
Okay, excuse me. Yeah, no, I didn't know that switching made I was no longer the werewolf.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Point is, I win.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Alright, point is.
Point is, I'm gonna make sure.
Because I lied because I saw the seer card.
You
Got it. Okay, that makes
Don't you
sense.
dare even put that
But you know
button.
what? We're gonna let Danny try to make some sense out of all of this
Danny?
and see what he thinks is going on.
True story.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Welcome back.
Wow, it's so generous of Lawrence to give somebody a pass on their first game. He messed up. Kevin didn't really mess up that bad anyways. He didn't realize that he had been switched, but everything he said, like, oh, I was a seer, I looked at 2 cards, like, a werewolf's allowed to say whatever the hell they want. So good on him for coming up with some fun, convincing lies, but unfortunately he wasn't able to realize that he didn't stay the werewolf. So Hannah got away scot-free. Didn't see much of a play from Curtis to get that Tanner victory, but gosh, that was a fun game. That was so much fun to watch them squirm in there. And Kevin, I mean, despite not realizing that he didn't have to lie, did a great job lying. I mean, I think if he winds up as the werewolf in a future game, he's gonna run really well with it. That was crazy. That was really good. It was interesting to see Lawrence in that role as like the inspector, trying to figure out who was who and who did what. I don't know why Jackie delayed so long in saying that she was the troublemaker. And it was very interesting when Kevin was throwing shade on her, saying, "Oh, she's not the troublemaker. I saw the troublemaker somewhere else." Or, "No, I saw her card." Really fun, interesting lies. We're getting set up for game 2 now. And in the meantime, for those of you who are watching at home, please feel free to type in what you thought about the games into chat. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm running tech at the same time, and I'm trying to switch over to the game 2 spreadsheet so that I know whose roles are what. There we go, got that set up. Okay, So I've got some fun stuff coming up in this next game. There is no werewolf, so that's going to be a really interesting round. But of course, before we get over into game 2, we're going to be playing everybody's favorite audience participation game, What's in the Box? They're getting that set up still over in the other room, but What's in the Box is a game where we find beloved products on Amazon.com. We look at 1-star reviews from those products, and then we read those reviews as clues to what the product is. If you guys at home can figure out what the product is, what was in the box before our players do, then you guys are the best, you win, you're freaking awesome, and our players are stinking rats. If they figure it out, you know what, we still love you. You're still pretty cool because you're here hanging out with us on a Saturday morning, nursing your hangovers probably wondering the same thing we're wondering, what happened last night? The Whodunit Show. Right? Are you wondering that? Because I find myself wondering that on Saturdays all the time. Golly, that stinking dog was out there. I don't know if anybody commented on it, but Theo is just getting all up in everybody's business during the night phase. They were like snapping, trying to get him off of there. I'm going to tell Lawrence when I'm out there not to slam the cards around after the game is over, because that's unpleasant audio, isn't it? That's radio poison, as they say. But this isn't radio, baby. This is video. We're broadcasting across the interwebs, and it is a blast. It looks like everybody is set up for game 2 over in the other room, so I think that means it's just about time to get out there and play What's in the Box. I'm just waiting for the okay from my producer to let me know. But really, really fun stuff. I enjoyed that banter at the beginning of last game, talking about bingo, Uno. And it's tough. We probably should rephrase the question that we ask to our guests, not just like, what's your favorite board game, but what's your favorite tabletop game? Because of course, I mean, there's no board in One Night Ultimate Werewolf, and it's the more all-inclusive term, tabletop. Interesting point that like all of Vegas could be considered a board game if you're too inclusive with that term. But I think it's time for What's in the Box. So I'm going to cut over to the players in the other room. I'm going to head out there and join them, and we're going to get that fun game going.
Oh my God, guys!
No.
Did you hear the doorbell? No, you know what? The mailman is here. Go find the mailman. Dogs like the mailman.
Ding dong! The mailman's here!
Yeah!
Mailman's here, you stupid puppy.
Yes!
Hey, everybody.
Go get the mailman.
Uh-oh, Theo's going to attack the mailman. Guys, there's an Amazon. Did anybody order anything from Amazon?
No.
Amazon.
No.
Yeah, did you order something?
Curtis did.
Theo's excited about it.
Maybe Theo ordered.
Packages for him.
Oh, look,
Hey, everybody out there on TV land. It's time for our favorite game. I don't know if you can read this yellow writing on a white piece of paper.
Production quality test.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I already explained the rules to our audience while I was in the other room, but this is the game where we pick beloved products on Amazon.com. Curtis can't handle this
Why
shit.
would you present this segment so dumb?
We're being ironic. Obviously, I'm not a mailman, okay? Obviously. Anyways.
You're not perpetrating to be a USPS employee.
It's like you're putting in so much effort.
Yeah, this is government issue, baby.
You're putting in so much work on this and nobody watches, and it's so sad.
You don't know that, dude. And how much effort do you think that took?
It's true, this doesn't look like
Ouch, my heart.
You
It's
should
okay.
say nicer stuff.
Hey,
let's guess what's in the box.
3 to 5 viewers that we have out there, I still love and appreciate you, even though Curtis obviously doesn't think you're worth all this attention.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the game where we pick a beloved product on Amazon.com. There's a note on here, and what do you know? It's a bunch of 1-star reviews for that product. Shut up! God, I do so much, and you just... All right, so it's a bunch of 1-star reviews for this product.
Okay.
I'm going to read them off as clues, and if you guys can guess what is in the box before the audience at home does, wow, you guys are so great. If they guess it first, wow, you're so great. And these guys suck. Theo, it's not food. It's like it's
cardboard?
Go ahead and give it to
It's not food. The first clue, it's not food.
Okay.
So I'm going to read a clue. You guys are going to buzz in and give me one guess. Then I'm
Okay.
going to read the next clue. You'll buzz in and give me your next guess.
Okay.
Okay. Here is the first clue. Don't actually touch the table. Actually, I wanted to let you guys know,
Like,
like,
flip the
don't
table?
slam the cards around because it's terrible audio, Lawrence.
Slam it.
Yeah.
Is that-
Okay. First clue.
Can you hear?
Complete waste of money. The game arrived broken. Was a gift
no.
for my son's birthday, and the fan inside won't turn on. Plays music and nothing happens. We'll return and buy something else.
Fan.
Elephant the
Game.
elephant.
It's not Uno. Tell you that.
It can't be a
Do
drone.
we have to buzz?
Yeah, you have to buzz.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
but a drum
Buzz.
Buzz.
game.
Buzz. Oh, I heard a buzz.
Oh, great. Elephant the elephant?
It's Elephant the Elephant in the box. Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it. There's no fucking way the audience at home got it that fast. And Curtis, how did you guess it was Elephant the Elephant?
It's my favorite word game.
It's that's a pretty permissive definition of board game that includes elf. Ready?
Well, we already included Uno. So.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Alright. Yeah, that's a pretty permissive definition of board
he's
game.
going
I mean,
for
if
the
you use
vibe.
that definition, then wouldn't Las Vegas be one big board game?
Yeah.
That's what.
Recycling jokes. Alright.
Fucking call
No, don't
that.
throw it back. You asshole. Theo, why did you throw this back at me?
Play with me.
Alright. I'm gonna take Theo to bed, and then you guys are gonna get ready for game 2.
Damn, dude. You left a fucking dog right.
I hope no kids are watching.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Sit.
Lawrence
This
just
show
said
is
fucking
9
dog.
Now, high five.
What's the
Big
big
boy.
deal?
Oh yeah, can we change the music
okay.
to the wolf barking and
No.
Don't. Do not do that.
No. All right.
Throw
This is
it
a real
out there.
ragtag episode.
Yeah, you want to play?
Yeah. You guys ready?
Wait, I don't look at my cards.
Everybody know what their cards are.
Wait, is that one yours? This is mine?
Okay.
This one's mine.
Okay.
Look at your dumb card.
Okay. Now,
Curtis. You looked at your dumb card.
Okay, you're doing
I've
cards.
seen it already.
You haven't seen it at all.
I've seen it.
No, you didn't.
It's I know what it is.
Does everyone know what they are?
yeah,
God
I know.
Curtis in love.
Shut up.
Close your eyes, werewolves. Wake up and look for other werewolves. If there is only one.
So this is a pretty fun and unique round because there are no werewolves out there. They're going to have a lot of information on their hands with Insomniac, Seer, Troublemaker, Robber, and 2 Masons. Hannah and Curtis are acknowledging each other right now. I think that they may be able to figure out that there are no werewolves, and if that is the case, then they will have to point towards the middle to kill the werewolves there so that they don't accidentally kill one of their fellow villagers. All right, so what's Jackie going to look at as the Seer? It looks like she's interested in looking at Lawrence's card, so she's seeing that he's starting off as the Insomniac. Odds are he's not going to end up as the Insomniac, given that the Robber and the Troublemaker are out there. All right, so Alyssa, yeah, in fact, right now, Alyssa grabbed the Insomniac card from, oops. So I'm gonna switch that over. I'm running tech, yay, this is so much fun. Okay, Kevin's waking up as the Troublemaker, and whose cards are he gonna switch? Whose cards are he gonna switch? That's not good language. Okay, so it looks like he just switched Lawrence and Curtis. So let's see. Gotta copy the Robber. This is fun. Okay, and Hannah should have just... Oh, wait a second. Oh, Lawrence was the Insomniac. Might be. So Lawrence should have just woken up and seen that he's the Mason.
Actually, I have to do with this. I think it does.
I have sleep dance yet.
Alright, dude.
Good one.
I dance in my sleep.
I didn't like that joke at all.
Did anybody do anything last night?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
What did I do? Oh, yeah. I am looking at people's cards all day.
Ooh.
Because I got the gift of sight.
Sweet.
Okay, who'd you look
Who'd
at?
you
Or
look
did you
at?
look at 2 in the middle?
Oh, I looked at yours, buddy.
And what was it?
Yeah, you're an insomniac, you bitch. Wow.
Aggressive.
So,
Yeah, take some melatonin.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright. That's right.
Are you an insomniac?
I am.
I don't think so.
I don't give a shit what you think.
I don't think you're this insomniac.
Oh, what do you think I am?
I think you're whatever he used to be.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, somebody.
And so you're the troublemaker. Fuck yeah.
Okay, hold on.
And you, so now
Am I
you're.
allowed to do that?
Wait.
So I am now the Mason.
Wait.
And he's the insomniac, and you're the troublemaker, and you're the seer.
Wait. No,
How
we
did
gotta
you
do
know I
some
was
tracking.
Mason?
Because
No, you're scared right now.
I was the robber, and I robbed you. So,
What was he when?
he was an insomniac when I robbed him.
So
That
No,
So troublemaker comes after robber.
did anyone look at cards in the middle?
So you're the robber now. If those two got troublemaker, troublemaker comes after.
So what?
robber, right?
What you're saying is you robbed Curtis's card.
I
My
robbed
card.
you.
Okay, so then you're insomniac.
Yes.
And then
You're
we
the robber.
flipped.
Yes.
So then you're robber,
And you're Curtis.
and I'm Curtis. We have 30 seconds.
And he was the Mason because I was the other Mason, which he can confirm.
I can. Yes.
So then there's no werewolf.
That's
It seems like there might be two in the middle.
What
And
if
a
he's the
Tanner?
werewolf?
No, because he
Dark
he
shit.
switched us, and that checked out because I was a Mason.
Alright.
When I
you were
awoke, I was
the
a
Mason when you woke up.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pause. Yes, thank you.
Brother.
Right.
So everybody in the other room figured out exactly what was going on. We had two Masons, a troublemaker, a seer, an insomniac, and a robber, and no werewolves. The question is, will they continue to think that there are no werewolves? Because a lot of people have confirmed what they were. Jackie was able at the beginning to say, okay, I saw Lawrence's card. He started off as the insomniac. That's 2 points of verification. Jackie saw Lawrence. Lawrence knows, oh, she knows preternaturally what my original card was. So, sorry, something's going on in the other room. I think it's something to do with the dog. Anyways, Jackie saw what Lawrence was. Lawrence knows that Jackie saw what he was, so that means she has to be the seer. He was, in fact, the insomniac when he started the night phase. But he woke up and saw that he wasn't the insomniac anymore, which gives Kevin his verification. Because Kevin said, I switched you, Lawrence, with you, Curtis. So Lawrence woke up as the Mason. Curtis didn't get to see what he got switched to. So this is where it gets interesting. Because the one card that hasn't been verified as being in the game is the robber. And that was true that Alyssa was the robber. She took Lawrence's card, and now Curtis has the robber card. But that could have been a very good lie on the part of a werewolf. Hannah and Curtis know that they were Masons. Lawrence knows that Curtis was the Mason, and Curtis is vouching for Hannah. So the only person who hasn't had somebody else vouch for who she was is Alyssa. She is now the insomniac because she did take that card from Lawrence, but she didn't say that she saw Lawrence's insomniac card until after that had already come out. So if people get too suspicious, then they may wind up thinking that Alyssa was the werewolf. And this is the reason why, even if there isn't a werewolf in the game, still got to play it out, because lots of things could change, lots of things could switch. I don't know why everybody thinks that they can trust Alyssa. Maybe she's just coming off really well as trustworthy. Maybe they know her tells and they know that she's telling the truth right now, so they're not worried about it. But let's see what happens, because we are about to cut back over to the second half of the game.
You guys want us to let Theo play, but Jackie?
But he's not licking your feet. He's licking our feet.
Yeah.
And now my
Mhm.
feet, and I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but they got a pretty good sheen on them.
He wants
And
up.
that's uncomfortable for me. He's a good dog, but that's not right.
You guys ready?
Let's get back into it.
Resume.
All right. So
here, unless that was a very smart play on your part to say you were the robber.
No, I think she's the robber.
I believe that she's the robber. I'm really bad at making it sound like I'm not the werewolf, but I believe that she...
Yeah, no, I do too, because that's very complicated. And you were one more time?
I'm the Mason, and he can confirm I'm the Mason.
Okay, and that checks out.
But he doesn't say anything.
And you woke up as the Mason.
I think you're just like,
Yeah,
whatever. Not even a shrug. You're like,
And wait, you're the seer?
I'm the seer.
And what did you see?
I saw that he was the insomniac. I go like second or whatever, so that was like when he still won.
What were you?
If it's anyone,
it's centered.
if it's
guaranteed.
anyone, it's her.
Wait,
but
Kevin,
No, because it would check out.
I was the troublemaker.
Well, it was revealed that you were the insomniac before she said she was the robber. And it was revealed what we all were. So she could have very easily played.
Does that mean no
Yeah,
one
but I
died?
revealed so we can make sure the rest of the swap is happening appropriately. So we can
I
track
know.
everything.
That's fair, but you also could be lying because everything had been revealed when you said you were the robber.
That's fair.
But if I'm being really honest, it was a very complicated move, and I know that I would be lost in the transactions before making that decision.
1 minute remaining.
I don't know. I feel you could be completely bamboozling me, but I feel like that's a genuine.
Are we safe if the werewolf is in
That would
Yeah,
be,
so-
that would be pretty, but we all have to point at a different person.
Or we can all point at the center.
Or
Yeah,
oh, right,
yeah,
right,
that's-
I forgot we could do that.
Yeah.
So both werewolves and the Tanner are in the
Yeah,
middle?
that just seems unlikely.
Yeah, but
But,
it's
gotta
all
have
random
the
though,
ones
so
that
it's
are
not like it's just the likelihood is just as
You
equal.
guys
as
are
it's separate.
witnessing a very rare occurrence. There are two
There's a
werewolves-
dog
30
here.
seconds left.
Maybe.
No, I'm going for it. I'm putting my money on it. All my Vegas money.
All his board
Am I allowed
money.
to do that?
Big board game money.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
doing
if
it.
everyone's I'm uncertain.
I say we
but-
kill either Kevin or Alyssa.
I think we're all villagers. To the center.
We have 10
Either way,
seconds.
most people are going to be pointing at us.
That was a great repost.
Yeah, I feel like
Do you
too
doubt
many
Alyssa?
things.
Time is up.
Well.
Everyone. 3, 2, 1.
My gut says that she actually might be it, but I could be right.
I'm the insomniac.
Okay. So what's in the middle? Show us. Show us.
Crazy.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow. That was the middle.
Wow. That's the
nuts.
middle.
That's
What a
nuts.
hot twist. Don't touch me.
What a shark. No, it's fair. I was like,
Oh,
I
let me get in there. Let me just fucking look at one.
I'm honored that everyone thinks I'm
Come
smart.
on, I look like
You're
butt for all
nah,
day.
this is what no, I was like, I was taking it as a compliment, but
No,
I literally
fuck yeah.
was like, I need to follow what happened, just like
Yeah.
Lauren said. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, that's why like
He's excited.
it was.
it.
You're very capable of doing it, but I know that I'd be lost in that transaction, trying to make something that would work, that would put myself up as like a target.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Damn.
That's okay.
All right,
Look at
well-
us. We all lived.
We did.
Live
We
to
lived
tell
to
the tale.
tell. And Leo still has his tail,
Yeah,
and
but
we'll
we're
find
getting-
out what tails Danny is spitting right now.
Oops, not the stare down siesta. Hold on, I'm gonna do the right transition. Here we go. Welcome to the post-mortem. That's where we are right now. This is the end of the game. Gosh, that was wild, and I was so excited to see that they picked up that there was still the possibility of a werewolf out there because there was one person whose card couldn't be verified. Curtis was right to say that he was sort of suspicious, and I think that the second most suspicious person after Alyssa was Kevin. A, because Kevin, as he acknowledged, has a hard time not sounding like a werewolf for some reason, but B, because he only had like 1 point of verification on him. He switched Lawrence with Curtis, and that was the only thing that made it clear, he was the troublemaker. That's who he said he switched, and based on who they knew that they were, that seems to be who was switched. Tough game, and I think it was a tough line to walk, I think, for Lawrence as well. He was saying like, listen, I think that Alyssa may be perfectly capable of executing excellent play as the werewolf, but if it were me, that's a big no. And that's hard. Isn't that hard when it's like listen, I don't want to say you're a dummy, but that would have been a really tough play, huh? A really tough play. And it would have been, but I think that Alyssa is perfectly capable of something like that, and it would have been rad. I mean, if that's how the game we're actually playing. It was good of them to point out really, really rare circumstance. It doesn't happen often that all 3 of the non-villager cards are in the middle, and they figured it out. That was some great deduction. Not any bluffing in that game. Hey, we promise things in this show. We promise bluffing, we promise secrets, and we promised deduction. And we got a lot more deduction than we got of bluffing her secrets, and everybody just sort of revealed their secrets. So that still counts, right? It's fun. It's fun to reveal secrets. It's fun to let somebody in on what's going on. And so that was a fun game for everybody out there. They were obviously very excited. Theo was really excited. Curtis doesn't like Theo, which is understandable. Dogs aren't for everyone. I think Theo is a handsome gentleman. Well, is he a gentleman? He's not very well behaved today, is he? But I have a tendency to make vows on this show. I vowed that I would discover the truth about our first 2 truths and a lie audience participation player, and I did. I found the truth. And today I'm going to vow that Theo will very soon behave like the young gentleman that he looks like. I'm gonna work on it. I've been trying to train him with stuff. Like, he's real good with sit, he's good with high five, and I can't take credit for that. My roommate owns the dog, and she taught him those moves. But I think I heard somebody talking to me from the other room. Was somebody talking to me from the other room? No, I don't think so. But so anyways, yeah, they taught, Selena taught him how to sit, how to high five, but she struggles to get him to do that without a treat. And I've been trying to like use just pets and good boy as a reward. And so I'm also trying to train him to go to bed. That's the big one that I'm going for. And I think it's going to be really valuable for this show. Like, Theo, go to bed. He goes to his bed, he lies down. That's the goal. But hey guys, it's time for our second audience participation game. It's 2 truths and a lie, and I need to talk to my producer real quick. Hey, producer Shane, are we doing audience 2 truths and a lie or player 2 truths and a lie? We're doing player 2 truths and a lie. We have Jackie, our guest, who has come up with 2 true statements about herself and 1 false statement about herself. And it's going to be up to you guys to try to figure out which is which. So we're going to cut over to Jackie right now so that she can give you her 2 facts and a falsehood. So here we go.
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, it's that time of the morning when I've got to lie a little bit and I got to truth a little bit, and these guys got to figure that all out.
Well said.
That's right, it's 2 truths and a lie. Yeah.
I have a question, so that means you're going to truth more than you lie?
2 truths.
There's 2 truths and a lie, therefore the majority are truths.
Okay.
All right? You get to guess the lie. Mm-hmm. Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Do you feel like you know me?
No.
You don't know me. All right. Number 1. I had 5 wisdom teeth, now removed.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Number 2. I was born in Morocco.
I believe that.
And number 3. My ex-uncle, that's right, not my current uncle, divorced from my biological aunt, is an Elvis impersonator in Santa Clarita.
God damn it, these
Yeah,
are so
detail.
unique.
She's like the...
To have 5 wisdom teeth, that means you must have 1 in the roof of your mouth, like the middle.
I guess that's the only way that happens.
Sure, let's say that's how that works.
So
That's not how that works.
I feel like
Where
that's,
else did it go?
as I'm analyzing teeth, I'm gonna say she's got a great set of pearly whites, but
Or is that on purpose?
it's probably not.
Okay.
What do you think? Curtis, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with I don't know. Morocco.
Okay.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
She would be a
Let's
mutant.
go for it.
If she had 5 wisdom teeth. Right?
No.
Yeah, well, it is a mutation.
Well, to be fair, she wanted to ride.
No. The
Wasn't your-
mutation is actually no wisdom teeth.
Oh, what?
Shit.
Yeah.
So that means that it could be teeth.
What do you think?
Alright, I'm thinking it's the... I believe the Morocco thing.
It's
But I
between
want to
teeth and
say it's the
Morocco.
Morocco thing.
It's teeth and Morocco's, and
I'm going to say it's the Morocco thing.
Okay. So we have the most for Morocco.
And because you can't have an ex-uncle.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm bad at this.
He's removed.
He got divorced from her aunt.
he's been removed.
Alright.
Although that's my guess. So
Yeah, I
should-
think we have to put it down to a vote now. Or like,
Yeah.
what are we going with? We're going
Raise your hand if you think it's fact number 1.
The teeth.
The teeth thing.
The teeth. Yeah.
Fact number 2.
Morocco. I vote
We got-
Morocco.
We got 4 votes.
I'm going Morocco.
Okay. And you think it's
I stand by my
Okay.
word
Which
guess.
Alright, well, you're gonna be disappointed, specifically you, because you were wrong. It was Morocco. Massachusetts. Thank you very much. I'm a murderer.
Alright. I'm sorry.
Alright, and so now you know a little bit about me. Let's talk to Danny.
That was a tough one. Oh man, they were trying to figure out where a 5th wisdom tooth would even go, but I guess she had one. I guess we can ask her after that. They had to look a Gift Jackie in the mouth. Good one? No, not a good one. But we are going to go back over to the players almost right away so that they can give you game 3. They're going to put the dog away, and then it will be time to switch over. Not going to switch over quite yet. I just wanted to acknowledge some comments that we got from the audience. Hashtag let Theo play. Sorry guys, he doesn't know the rules, but maybe I'll teach him. And also, Danielle, thank you for telling me the apartment's coming along. I think it's looking really great. Mostly my roommate. But let's cut back to the players so that you guys can see what you came here for, which is One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Alright, let's do this last round.
Everyone,
Okay, I'm ready.
close your eyes. Werewolves, wake up and look for other werewolves.
Okay, Alyssa is the only werewolf. So she's reaching out to look at a card in the middle, and she sees that the Troublemaker is in there. Great card to get to see as the werewolf. If Curtis doesn't also see that card, Alyssa can make a really great play saying that she switched 2 other people around. Hannah is the Tanner. We've got Jackie and Kevin seeing one another as the Masons. They're fun little dancing Mason buddies. Who do we got? Seer. Curtis is the Seer. Is he going to look at the middle, or is he going to look at another player's card? Who's he going for? Okay, he's looking at 2 of the center cards, and he saw the Troublemaker. So if Alyssa makes a claim as the Troublemaker, will Curtis be able to call her out on it? We've got Lawrence as the only person who's switching people's cards around because he's the robber. So who's he going to switch? He is taking Hannah's Tanner card. Ooh, that's great. I love being a Tanner or a werewolf coming out of being the robber. Let's see, okay, so we've got Tanner and robber switching around. Cool. And that's going to be all of the switching in this game. Lawrence is the Tanner, and he knows he's the Tanner, and he knows that Hannah thinks she's the Tanner. So he's got a lot to work with in order to try to draw attention onto himself. And here we go into the day phase.
I can hear Theo coming while our eyes are closed, like the shark music. Breathing is like, bark, 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 bark.
His wiener keeps touching my legs.
Rude.
Aside
Theo.
from being
Rude.
touched or being made afraid of Theo, I can't find words. What else did people do with their eyes closed
Yeah.
or open in the night?
So I've been building walls.
Oh, you're a Mason.
Bricks are good.
You know all of our national secrets too?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Are you
I
the
know what
only
that
one?
pyramid on the dollar means.
Nice. So you're the only one that knows what those
Nah,
mean?
dude, my buddy right here is a Mason as well.
Sweet.
That's true. It's
Okay.
actually, it's gonna
Okay.
be-
All right.
It works.
All right.
I
It's
can-
strange motive to learn.
Yeah.
I also confirm that because I robbed yours because I'm a robber.
So I'm now the robber.
You're now the robber.
Nice.
Sorry.
Get out.
You've been
I'm taking my dog with me.
Take him.
Mason, Mason.
This is not my dog.
Mason,
Robber.
robber, Mason.
Werewolf. You're a werewolf, right? You're a werewolf? Yeah.
Werewolf.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Either werewolf or Tanner, I'm not sure. He plays the same.
He also
I-
plays
What did you do
villager
last
in the
night?
same-
I double made that, sorry.
You made trouble, huh?
Yeah, I made trouble. And I troubled you too. So.
You trouble me? I'm not a Mason anymore?
Well,
No,
I
you're
troubled
both
you too.
Mason, so you're either
So
a robber or
it's-
Mason, if
Oh, so
everyone's
you,
telling the
you
truth.
switched a Mason with a Mason.
Yes,
What a
you
waste
really
of your
could
time.
I know!
What a waste.
Buddy.
I know. Don't
Wait, what did you do last night?
What did she do last night?
Apparently.
What did I do?
You.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why you don't deflect?
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
This dog is really into me.
Theo, why don't you go find out what people did?
Okay, I'll sniff butts over there.
What did you do, Curtis?
What did
Come
you-
on, give us something.
Whoa.
What?
You always get really aggressive.
Just
when you
open
do
up, man. Just open up.
Maybe because we're tired of you not sharing with us. We've been here all the time just waiting for you to spend time with us, and then you just don't say anything, okay?
We have to pause the game.
Oh, how convenient. How
It's
convenient.
such a
Oh, way to go on Curtis's part, just running down the clock. Interesting that he doesn't want to reveal what he saw, though. It seems like he knows that he has caught Alyssa in a trap. She said that she was the troublemaker, while he, as the seer, knows that that's impossible because he saw the troublemaker in the middle. And if he understands the game, which sometimes it's unclear, I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing and just like BS is like, oh, I don't know. My Aunt Teresa does that. Oh my God. For anybody in my family at home watching right now, Curtis is pulling like an Aunt Teresa right now. This woman, whenever she plays poker, she's like, oh, what? Ooh, I've got one with a little face on it. That's good, right? And she just like acts like she has no idea how to play poker, and she sweeps the floor with us every single time. My family just taught her this game as well, and that was the exact same strategy. Every time they're like, oh, anybody want to play One Night Ultimate Werewolf? And she's like, oh, that silly game? I don't know how that works. And then she just crushes it. Ugh, it's infuriating. But anyways, Curtis is pulling a little bit of that sort of play. He acts like he knows what's going on when I think he really does. And he's the seer, so he's in a position to call Alyssa out on her lie. She saw the troublemaker in the middle, so she thought it would be a safe play to say that that's what she was. She switched Kevin and Jackie, really inoffensive, not going to pull too much attention onto herself. But we've got two people out there who have been the Tanner. Hannah started off as the Tanner. Lawrence is now the Tanner. Lawrence lied and said that he was the robber and took Kevin's card, which was too good of a lie for the Tanner. I think everybody believed him, and I don't know if he's going to be able to draw everyone's suspicion in order to get the votes to get killed. Hannah still thinks that she was the Tanner because no one has said that they moved her card. So I don't know what she's going to do now. Curtis is trying to get information out of her. She's trying to get information out of Curtis, and neither of them are budging. But they have to now because we're going back into the game.
So, I think Curtis was about to bare his soul to us?
Well, apparently Danny said I played this game like his Aunt Teresa.
Yes.
Which,
Sounds fun.
I guess I'm pretty good at this game.
What are you?
No,
What?
stop.
I was the seer, and I checked out two cards in the middle. And the card closest to me is a Insomniac, and the card in the middle is the Troublemaker, which means that Alyssa is lying about her past. Do with that what you will.
Okay.
Okay. See, he said that was like his aunt, that you play like his aunt. I think you play a little more like my ex-Uncle Ray. The Elvis impersonator in Santa Clarita.
You think he's a seer impersonator?
Yeah.
Maybe he's
That's what I was going with that.
Maybe he's actually just a regular guy. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's.
But why would you do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's Alyssa. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, is it Alyssa? Is it you? Are you?
Oh, you mean he's a seer?
He's a regular seer kind of guy.
Well, our seer is not a regular guy. I want you to know. So I
You
think maybe
said
he's
you
a
were the troublemaker.
Oh no, I think she's right. I think he's a werewolf, or he's a Tanner. He's one.
What
of
did you
those.
do last night?
I was the Insomniac, so I think it's him.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah.
But what a convenient time to.
I wanted to get all my information first.
Before.
Oh. No, you're a werewolf.
I think
both are werewolves.
No.
No, it would have to be the
No.
two of them.
She's not.
No.
One of them might be the Tanner, but
No.
there's definitely a double werewolf Tanner thing going on in the middle here.
Oh, I
But
forgot about
also,
Tanner.
I'm not particularly invested, so if you guys
Wait,
vote
why
for me,
do you-
that's fine.
30 seconds
Why do you think him?
What?
Why do you think him?
One of you two. In the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
I thought
fine.
you-
I'm fine.
Wait, what are you again? Tell me what you were again.
Mason.
His nonchalantness makes me think that you are a Tanner. And like, I said, you know. And so why? Because why would he lie? He did.
I don't know if she's the. There's
No, but like,
Someone here is-
but you're saying that. What?
But he didn't look at
The,
the card.
but he did see. But he did see the
Alyssa
insomniac.
for sure is
Yeah,
lying
but
about the
he's
train.
lying.
We have to vote. We have to vote.
Vote.
Oh, vote.
What is happening?
Wait, why are you
Are you pointing at me?
No. Who are you pointing at? You're pointing
Point
at
at Curtis.
You're pointing at yourself.
Yeah.
Who are you pointing at? Him. Lawrence? Okay. So we got 2 on me and 2 on Curtis.
And 2 on me.
And 2 on you. So
you
we have
pointing at
a
yourself?
3-way tie.
Does that mean that everyone that's pointed at gets killed?
We're all
What is-
dead.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So
No.
I don't even know whose victory that is.
The villagers and the Tanner win.
So we're gonna let Danny talk about that. Let Danny.
Welcome to the post-mortem, and quite a post-mortem it is, because there were 3 dead bodies in that game. We're just letting the bodies hit the floor out there. Podcast, Mark Maron, that's a thing. Curtis, Lawrence, and Alyssa all died. And I was playing with my family over... I don't get to play this game very often, but I was on vacation, I was playing with my family, and I read the rules over again and again. And if the Tanner dies, and a werewolf dies... the Tanner and the villagers win. So, Lawrence was able to draw enough attention onto himself. I'm not sure how, because I thought he was telling some pretty good lies, and I think I would have believed him if I were out there. But Hannah obviously drew a lot of suspicion, but she didn't get any votes. That was weird. Curtis, I guess nobody believed Curtis after Hannah and Alyssa both ganged up on him. But guys, thank you so much for playing. Really fun, or thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in our games. It's time for our goodbyes and good lies. We are so appreciative to have you as an audience. Please follow us on our social media. We've got a Facebook page, facebook.com/whodunitshow. We are on Twitch /whodunitshow. We are on YouTube, youtube.com/catrificplays/live. We are also on Facebook Live, as I think a lot of you are watching us out there. So you've been able to find us, apparently. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to turn it over to the players and Theo so that they can say goodbye out in the other room.
Prime Day.
Nice.
So guys, we got like an Amazon plug happening because Prime Day is Monday.
What's that?
It's like Black Friday, but in the middle of the month for Prime. But yeah, but Danny,
Yeah.
we were all talking about the box.
The box.
Yeah.
I think Theo shredded that thing.
Nice.
Right? Good
What
job,
happened to
buddy.
the elephant?
He went after my water.
Oh, he ate it. He's like an African hunting dog, and he's used to eating elephants and other large
That's
mammals.
not how it would work. You'd be crushed.
Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. As we like to say when we sign off here, hey, secrets don't make friends, but friends make secrets.